Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Throw caught here by Bird. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. Goodwin able to haul it in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Play action, they'll throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Adam Thielen, 85 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. Play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now the first carry to Dalvin Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
3rd down.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
This is Cohen. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
To Irv Smith.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bears take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. A very solid gain of 27.
At the 23-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 23. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll make it third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. His throw caught right around the 6. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Steps away. Looking left sideline. Incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's second down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Complete.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And that's going to lead. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the side.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown,
Adam Thielen with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to counter here, Cohen. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
1st and 10.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Rolling to his left. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Rolling to his right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Cook following the penalty. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it.
The quarterback on the scramble. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen. As time expires in the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second and 6. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
2nd and 11. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's third down.
Third down.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll try to run with Madison, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Alexander Madison, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Bears 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
It's now third down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Trouble, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Loss on the play brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
It's saying
touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and he goes out right around the 39. So they get the 1st down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
45's the mic, 45's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
At the 28-yard line.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Check. Right there.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Buying time to his left. Incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danny Trevathan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
And it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Down by Patrick Peterson. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 24.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
54 is Mike.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. But it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same group.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now it's Peterson. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Check 24. Watch the safety creep.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
15 yards on the play, first down.
And the Vikings first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He'll buy some time right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Dalton here from the gun. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
11 at the 13-yard.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. It's do or die for Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.